Welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Pete King, and looking forward to this segment. Now, this is gift-giving season. If you're not sure what to get your loved one, special loved one, we found a good one for you. Unfortunately, the American Flag Store, which makes tremendous items, is a victim of cancel culture. And this organization, this company, is the American dream personified. So let's get into this story. Let's welcome in the founder and the COO of the American Flag Store, James Stockey. Good morning, James. You have a lot to be thankful for this year, don't you? Or almost
Sure.
thankful.
We sure do.
Okay, tell us your story. Can you tell us about where you are, what's happening, and how you're the victim of a cancel culture, how you're being targeted?
Sure. Our story actually started about 5 years ago in California, where my son, at 6 years old at the time, came into our garage when I was hanging out with a couple of my buddies and said he wanted to start his own business. We all kind of giggled, but he said that he wanted to start a business where his dad, I'm a carpenter, and his mom is an artist. He thought it would be a great idea if we made some American flags out of wood and his mom put patriotic art on. Of course, me and my buddies were a little bit stunned. It was a great idea, and we ran with it. And it led to literally our American dream. It did so well that we were able to buy our first home. We moved our family and our company from California to Tennessee. And shortly after we got to Tennessee, that's when everything kind of went bad.
Well, James, to get back to it, I was all set to give you all the credit. Apparently, it's your son Max that gets the credit for this, huh?
Yeah, he's a special kid. I don't know where he got the idea, but ever since he was a very young kid, around 2 years old, my wife and I started noticing that he had a strong affection for the American flag. He would salute it without being told. We have no idea where it came from, but he just had it.
Well, now, with all of that, you're now part of a reality series and a documentary. But how are you and your family being targeted right now? You know, what is the issue that's confronting you?
Currently, every couple months there's a new thing that happens. But over the last 2 years since it started, we've been basically plugging holes. Every time that they cancel us in one way, we figure out the workaround. Whether it's leaving, Shopify was one of the first. They, for no reason at all, they just started deleting our best-selling products, our Second Amendment flags, our Don't Tread on Me flags, and worse, our Christian cross flags. They just decided at some point that they didn't want those on their platform.
How about PayPal? How is PayPal on this?
PayPal was the worst. We did very well after we were initially canceled by Shopify and Facebook. Rob Schmidt picked up the story, and we did great. We did a lot. We did a lot of sales that night from that interview, and the next day, PayPal basically closed our account. They held about $100,000 of our money and made it impossible for us to get any of the materials, let alone make the flags.
So, let me ask you, how are you and your family able to hold on through all this? I mean, again, it must be tough. You're tough enough to run a business anyway. To have this kind of pressure, how are you hanging on? How are you fighting back?
Today, we're doing pretty good. I mean, there's still a lot of struggles, but there were some very dark days, and it was very, very difficult. It is by far the hardest time of our lives, definitely the hardest time of our marriage, absolutely the hardest time of our business. These three men, Tobias Ludka, Mark Zuckerberg, and Dan Schulman, have weaponized their companies to go after and target companies like ours, just patriotic companies.
I tell you, all I can do is, again, wish you continued success. What are your plans going forward, let's say, over the next year?
Well, we were actually contacted by a gentleman named Ron Poussin at Parler, and he asked the same question. I said, I'd like to kind of tell the story, but the positive, how we've made everything positive from it, and I'd like to do a little reality series on social media. So Parler got on board with it. We've talked to other outlets that we're going to be doing short little parts of our story, about 10 minutes long, and then we're going to come out with a 60-minute documentary that goes through the entire thing from start to finish.
Well, that's something to look forward to. James Stockey, thank you so much for what you're doing. Thanks for joining us, and good luck as you go forward. Keep up the fight. Keep punching.
Thank you, Pete.
And now as we head to a break, let's have another look at that time-lapse video of the amazing NEWSMAX flag from your American flag store. And we have plenty more still to come on Wake Up America. We'll be right back.